Will's shocked to open his door at Martin House to Ben Weston, the necktie killer who says he isn't there to harm Will. Ben wanted him to know that he's back. Ben is released and visits Will. Chad waltzes in. He came to give Will the news of Ben's release. Ben tells the men he's there to make amends. Chad snipes that it won't bring the dead back. Ben's sorry to hear about Abigail and gets a fist in the face for it. Chad reminds Ben of all of the nasty things he has done to his wife. Ben reminds them that it's because of him that everyone learned that Will's alive. Ben claims that he's reformed and Chad kicks him out. Ben says he doesn't have money to leave town, so Chad hands over a wad and Will shakes Ben's hand. Ben admits he saw the monster he was when he reenacted the strangulation. All that's left is regret and sorrow. Ben knows his apology isn't enough. Are we done? Will asks. Ben lets Chad drive him to the edge of town. In the hospital, Marlena tells Hope that as unhappy as she is that Ben was released but doesn't change her professional opinion. Hope doubts a lifetime of treatment is going to make Ben someone she wants living down the street from her. This is putting Will at risk. Marlena will keep a close eye on Ben. In Kayla's office, Hope appears to discuss Ben. Kayla heard the news. Hope's still angry at Marlena for not stopping this. Kayla mentions Sierra's visit. Hope's glad that Kay spoke to her about recovering from rape and finding love and intimacy. Talk turns to Steve being the tough guy 24 hours a day. She recalls letting Steve help her when she lost her hearing. He even learned sign language. Kay wishes Steve would let her be there for him. Hope insists Kayla has done everything in her power to help, but Kayla denies that. At the pub, Steve makes a call to Shane to discuss the bionic eye being developed by Stefan's company. Steve hopes the ISA has similar technology. He'd rather stay blind than ask the DiMeras for help. Stefan hobbles into the park where he finds Kate. She looks frightened and asks where he came from. Wherever you go, I'll be there, he tells her. She doesn't have a guilty conscience. Stefan takes out his mother's gun and lets her know the police released it to him. He points it at her. Kate claims she didn't murder Vivian, but Stefan doesn't believe that. He barks a yell to make her squirm and it works. She screams and jumps. He laughs and says he wants justice. Marlena finds them. She tries to talk Stefan down. Stefan threatens Kate. Stefan throws the gun at Kate and says it's not loaded anyway. Next time she won't see him coming. He goes and Marlena offers to lend an ear, professionally or not. Kate starts to talk when a text comes in about Ben's release. She asks Marlena to declare him unfit. Marlena says he's sane. That's impossible, says Kate. She worries for their grandson. Marlena goes and Kate mutters that she didn't set out to kill Vivian, but if you push me too hard. At the loft, Trip wants to find Sierra, but Claire thinks they should give her space. Trip can't and runs to find her. On the side of the road somewhere, Sierra lies beside her motorbike, after the accident. She daydreams that Claire and Trip are making out and laughing at her expense. She hears her cell phone ringing but can't reach it, then daydreams that Marlena and Hope agree that she's a lost cause and permanently damaged. Her cell battery dies. After Chad drops Ben off, he finds Sierra and picks her up. Back at the pub, Steve accidentally breaks a glass. Trip appears and offers to help clean it up. Steve barks not to but then allows it. Trip talks about hearing that Sierra was raped and how she walked in on him with Claire. Trip's worried for her and asks his dad to help find her. Steve suggests Trip give her time. They discuss the bionic eye technology and how Stefan's the only one who has it. Back at the hospital, Kayla calls Stefan to accept his offer to take Kate down in exchange for Steve's sight back. He arrives and asks her to share the dirt. Kay says Kate put Theo up to breaking into a warehouse. Stefan shakes his head. It's not enough. Marlena goes to Will's place. They discuss Ben and the memory drug. Both have concerns. Will does not recall his daughter, his family, falling in love or his favorite color. If he can get it back, he must take it. In the square, Chad tells Hope what he did for Ben to get him out of Salem.